I was diagnosed with Polycythemia Vera almost 5 years ago. I'm now with my fourth doctor, Dr. Abbasi, and she has discovered that I do not have Polycythemia Vera. I have sleep apnea, and it has made such a big difference in my health and just my outlook on life, and I'm just really grateful. She's a great doctor. Make sure you see an NPN specialist if you're told that you have a problem like that.
So when you were diagnosed with the Polycythemia Vera at the beginning, what did they tell you need to have or do?
They just were taking blood work. The first doctor, he just said that I was too sick at that time to do a bone marrow biopsy. He worked for months to try to just get my numbers to be where I was functional, because I basically wasn't. But he told me that he could not prescribe chemotherapy to me to try to get the numbers down faster, because it would just make me sicker. And I always remembered that when I went to see the other doctors. Then he moved, and I saw another doctor who, just really didn't talk to me at all. He was not a very much a people doctor. He ended up moving. I ended up seeing the third doctor, who was in the Woodlands area, and she did not suggest having a bone marrow biopsy. But I was told that without one, you have a clinical diagnosis, not an actual diagnosis. When she decided that they were drawing blood too often, she was going to put me on chemo. It was a disaster. I took 5 pills and ended up in the ER. I was there for 6 hours while they tried to get me to stop vomiting. And when she would not return my calls, I decided to find someone who would listen, and I'm so glad I did. Dr. Abbasi has been wonderful.
So you did your bone marrow biopsy?
Yes, Dr. Abbasi, and that was the other thing, the bone marrow biopsy. Everybody's, oh, I don't want to put you through that. I wouldn't say it was on my list of top things to do, but it wasn't that bad, and it was very quick, and it was exactly what I needed to do to find out what was going on. So don't be afraid of a bone marrow biopsy. It will hurt very quickly.
And then you did your sleep apnea test.
Yes.
Because your bone marrow biopsy was good. They did not show anything.
That's right. Dr. Abbasi was like, okay, this is not the cause of your blood problem. We're going to find out. And she suggested I go see a cardiologist, which I did, and found out I had a right bundle branch block. And then she said, now you need to see the pulmonologist. And I went and had a sleep study and was diagnosed with the sleep apnea. And I have a much better future ahead of me now.